the lights will go on. And when they go out, the Doha Grand Prix is underway. Keep an eye on the Ducatis. Look at the KTM. Miguel Oliveira on the inside. That's the best start we've seen from them. Right back on the fourth row of the grid. And actually, he's got in amongst the Ducatis. It's going to be Jorge Martin with Johan Zarco right up there at the front. And it looks as though we've got, is that an Afintia bike right in the mix there? I think it may well be. I think it might be Enea Bastianini who's come all the way through. It can't be, can it? Unless that was a launch. This is Aleix Espargaro, actually, who's up there in third place from Miguel Oliveira. Alex Rins with Joan Mir in sixth place. Jack Miller not getting the greatest start. In fact, he lost 3 positions.
Yeah, he did. Both Suzuki's got a great start, but both factory Yamahas, who needed a good start, went backward. Oh, this is going to be tight here, Gav. That was a lunge from Pecco Bagnaia, who got a terrible start.
What went wrong for the Ducatis there? You pointed it out, didn't you, at the start of the race? We should expect them to be off there, but it's like they just got it wrong. Their reaction times this week, Neil, didn't work.
Yeah, completely off. But if you, as you saw, Jorge Martins was very similar to his start last time. It leapt away, didn't it?
Maverick Vinales is being shuffled back. He's lost 7 places on this start.
Oh! Sorry, that was
Quartararo have run it a little bit wide, and they just allow a window there for Jack Miller to try and poke the front of his Ducati through. Mir's recovered in front of Miller, however. Rins with a new fastest lap, but it didn't matter because Johan Zarco did what he said he could do, just sit the bike up in that final corner. He made 3/10 on the field in that final sector during qualifying when he briefly stuck it on pole position, and when he needed to, then he managed to sit that bike in the final corner and squirt past. Rins wants to get past early in the lap, and he's going to try again at turn 4.
Runs wide. Slightly wide. That's going to be tight now. Yep, Zarco's got it. It's always the case into that corner, and again more so on this track, so the dirty track, when you go offline, it's hard to get the bike stopped. Can Zarco square him off here? No, not quite. So he's through. And now there's enough time, there's enough track, I should say, before we get back to that start and finish straight. So I'd expect Rins to get right on the back of Jorge Martin now.
Zarco again knew he needed to respond, and he does so, but a new fastest lap of the race from Aleix Espargaro, and the pace here, Neil, of 54.7, perhaps faster than we might have expected.
Definitely faster than we were expecting, but it's hard not to then. You get drawn into it. Like I said, it's a really confident rider to let the guy in front of you just pull away, even get past. If you've got a strategy and you've learned from last weekend, you have to have faith in what you've learned. So you've got to be patient, and that's why I think your Maverick Vinales and Fabio Quartararo's in 8th are sticking to their plan.
Aleix Espargaro went a bit wide into that final corner. Watch out for Miller now, around the outside of both Espargaro and Mir. As they were thinking about each other, the Australian saw his moment, he's pounced, and he's up into 5th. Espargaro's going to run wide here, and he's going to come under pressure from Quartararo. He's lost 3 spots there, or 2 at least. Four Ducatis in the top 5. We're pretty much back where we were at the start of this race. It's just lots has gone on in the meantime. Still,
Rins!
Through turn 9 there. I thought he was a goner. That's where
he thought he was a goner.
Went down in warm-up. You run a little bit wide, and it's filthy offline there.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah, got on the dirty part of the track. The front tucked. He fell off the side of the bike. It came back, then went again. He had a couple of goes at crashing.
And this is not what Yamaha want in this situation with those Ducatis out front. Here we go, maybe Bagnaia has something to go past on Rins here, picking up pace towards the latter part of the straight, and Bagnaia does go through on Rins. And Rins looks like he could have had his opportunity and may need to change plan here.
Yep, 10 laps to go. I feel like Gigi's smiling under that helmet now. We've got 4 Ducatis in the top 5. Who is it that said it was going to be a Ducati weekend?
Michael.
Was it Michael? I looked across Michael, smiling with his thumb up. Big thumb.
Big old grin on his face.
I can't do the accent, but he said, I've just got a feeling it's going to be Ducatis this weekend.
I wish you'd have tried to do the accent, though. That would have made everyone's evening, wouldn't it? in. Mir and Miller have collided at the top of the screen, and Mir is pushed out wide. That was because Rins had sat up in the middle of the corner. That's allowed the Yamahas through. Well, at least, yeah, both of them have got through, but on the brakes, Maverick Vinales is taken by Jack Miller. Miller will probably run wide, and again comes close to the front of Vinales. Alex Marquez has gone down for the second race in succession. It's a disastrous start to the year for the LCR Honda man, but it could have been Mir, it could have been Miller, could have been Vinales there.
And yeah, like you said, it all started because of Alex Rins making a mistake out the last corner. Then Jack and Mir get back into each other, but they're like, come on.
Fabio Quartararo fancies it now. This is the stage we saw Maverick Vinales come through a week ago, wasn't it? Quartararo's read that textbook from Vinales. Got it wrong last week in terms of how he managed the race. He said he made a couple of changes to his bike and it felt a lot better this weekend.
Yep, it's that time, isn't it?
Doesn't matter though.
6 laps to go now.
Because Bagnaia going to come through on him. And he's back in front into third place, and Jack Miller now attacking Rins. Have the Suzuki's had the door.
Bagnaia, that's way, and that's Paul Espargaro. That's because I mentioned him. He's got excited.
Five laps to go.
Ooh.
And Jorge Martin still leads the Doha Grand Prix. Jack Miller is attacking now. Fabio Quartararo is going to sit him up in turn one. Quartararo is going to try and come back underneath him, and he does do so. And it's important that Quartararo stays ahead there. But Jack Miller thinks he's got something in his back pocket still. They all line up behind Miller, but still the two Pramac bikes out front. And now has Zarco got something as Vinales has a look at Rins. Rins likes that move, doesn't he? Can Rins do what Quartararo did to him? No. Here comes Quartararo on Zarco now. Zarco, that gap to Jorge Martin at the front. Now we will see, now we will get an idea if he needs to close it up.
And it was at this point a week ago when we saw Maverick go through and instantly just create a gap.
And Vinales has gone through now on Jack Miller.
Yeah.
So Miller needs to find a way past
Look at this,
Vinales.
look at this! That's incredible!
Wow! Oh, Fabio Quartararo carried so much speed through turn 14 and into 15. The problem he has now, as Zarco sits ahead of Vinales, is this straight. Can Jorge Martin find something? We have a new leader in the Doha Grand Prix, and it's Fabio Quartararo, who finished off the podium a week ago. Saw his teammate.
Here comes the turbo. Here we go.
Jorge Martin, he's going to come past, and Zarco's going to try and come through on his countryman too. Too far away. Too far away. So Quartararo now will try and make a move early on this lap, just like Vinales did a week ago, and then stretch them out.
Yes, and with what we saw with Vinales carrying the corner speed through the penultimate corners, it looks like he's got the chance to do it. Here we go.
We go. It has to be.
Through.
Well, the pace of the Ducati up there, and Jorge Martin just could not bring it back down, could he? Might try and do something here, but Fabio Quartararo's hit the front, and he's going to try and stretch it out. Now, will Zarco respond here and attack his teammate?
And Maverick has to, because Maverick can see his teammate at the front now, and he knows what's going to happen.
Fabio Quartararo leading from Jorge Martin, and here is Maverick Vinales. He's going to let the brakes off late. Forcing his way through.
Zarco. He did not hesitate, he didn't lift, he didn't flinch, he just looked across and thought, all right, then you're through.
Thought
Incredible
about it again
racing.
into turn 12, but Vinales is going to hold on through this sector. Jorge Martin, brave race from him, but you feel now that Vinales is going to have something for him sooner rather than later. Will it be in turn 14 where we saw Quartararo? Turn 15, yes it is.
Oh, he had a look.
But Martin holds on to second place from Maverick Vinales.
Look at how Quartararo's pulled out, that's incredible.
Bagnaia is back in front now of Aleix Espargaro, and behind Mir.
Sorry, Gav. That was a massive mistake then for Maverick.
Maverick, yeah.
All that work, and then he goes wide at the last corner and loses a place to Jack Miller.
Could be the race for Fabio Quartararo across the line. He's got half a second, the biggest gap we have had at any stage in this race. We've had 19 laps, still 3 to go.
Here we go then, start of the last lap, Gav.
3 1/3 miles to go in the Doha Grand Prix. We told you it'd be something a little bit different, didn't we? and it certainly has been. It's another Yamaha out front, and Fabio Quartararo pulls out again. Pulling out on the strange part of the track, though. Zarco, he's left it, unfortunately, until too late to take his teammate, because Quartararo has enough in the bag now. Surely it's for the Frenchman to lose. Another double podium for Ducati, and double podium
I just
for
hope
Zarco.
Zarco doesn't take his teammates out. The atmosphere in that garage is fantastic. He's going to go for it on the penultimate corner.
He's lined it up so many times, hasn't he, over the recent laps, and Zarco goes ahead of Martin. Martin surely will fight back. He just has to sit in behind Zarco, who got his line perfectly. They're going to have a race to the line, but Fabio Quartararo has turned around things in the Yamaha garage. He's going to take the victory in Doha. Vinales last week, this week Quartararo. From Zarco in second, brilliant from Jorge Martin in third place. Alex Rins takes fourth ahead of Maverick Vinales. Bagnaia is sixth. Joan Mir picked up a couple of positions with seventh. Eighth for Binder ahead of Miller, who's had a second ninth place in a row. That's disastrous for the Australian. And Fabio Quartararo, having made the switch to the factory team, was gutted last week when his teammate won the race, but he has turned the tables this weekend.